discussion topic that namely bar chart. Bar charts, or also known as histograms, are used to emphasize differences in the level of values and several aspects. This type of diagram is the simplest diagram. It was very easy to implement and only depicts data in bar form. As you can see in this picture, the length of the bars represents a percentage of the data, while the widths are all the same size. But the general data that can be compared is not too much. Only 8 data is maximum. To further clarify the comparison between one stem to another, different colors are needed. You have to underline this sentence. You have to give the different colors on the stem. Bar graphs over periods are as useful as line graphs representing periodic data. Bar charts also consist of single bar charts and multiple bar charts. As you can see in this picture, there was two types of diagram. That was horizontally and vertically. And then there are several types of bar charts. The first one is vertical bar chart. And the second is horizontal bar chart. The third is compound bar chart. And the fourth is graded bar chart. As you can see from the picture that we see before, the figure 1 or the picture 1 is an example of a vertical bar chart, which is a diagram that displays one result of data collection activities vertically. The category names on this type of chart are written on the horizontal axis. Meanwhile, the data frequency is depicted vertically. Next, the figure 2, or the second picture, is an example of a horizontal bar chart, which is a diagram showing the results of horizontal data collection activities. In this chart, the name of the categories are listed on the vertical axis. Meanwhile, the data frequency is described horizontally. Next, the third picture, or the figure 3, is a compound bar chart. In this diagram, there are two types of data that are included in one category, depicted side by side and different in color to make it easy to compare. For example, employee data in companies that show data on male and female employees. The last one is figure 4, or the last picture is a multi-level bar chart, namely a diagram that displays several activities in one bar. For example, in this diagram there are two types of data depicted in one bar, so that one bar contains two types of data. In these slides you can see two pictures. The first picture is showing us the table that namely graduated level. There was elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, and into the university. There was degree and the total, and also the gender. There was boys and girls. In this table, we can see the total is 30, 70, 50, 55, 20, 33, and 20. And the total of all of data is 228. From these two pictures also showing us the two types of diagram. From the first table, the employee data in a company is displayed according to gender and education level. Furthermore, from this data, we can see from the bar chart which shows that the comparison of the number of educational levels of employees in a company for each level from elementary school into high degree from the diagram can be obtained information that the company has employees who are predominantly graduated from junior high school. Have to take notes to be aware of when creating a bar chart that namely first, the width of each bar chart must be the same. You have to take note this one. The width of each bar chart must be the same. It has same size, large, and the height. It should be same. The second point is the distance between adjacent bars must be the same. You have to put some space between each bar and another bar. The third point, the height of each bar chart should be proportional to the information shown. It also means if you have data and you represent it in a diagram and the bar, one bar into another one, you should have same height. So it can be easy to understand and easy to read the data from the diagram. The last point is all bar chart must stand on a horizontal axis. It means that if you draw a diagram in a horizontal axis, but it not using a diagram vertically. In next slide, we see that the function of the diagram is to describe data in the form of numerical, quantitative data accurately and to explain the development and comparison of interconnected data briefly and clearly. So it can be concluded that the bar chart function is for quantitative data accurately through a bar chart with easy to understand values. Bar chart also describe the development, the comparison of objects that are related to each other briefly and clearly.